Market sentiment is about as low as it has been the entire cycle. Trump came into office with all these tariffs, and now it's literally sabotaging all markets, crypto, stocks, and more. In this video, I'm going to keep it short, sweet, and simple. I'm going to go over some news in the market. I'm going to go over why this is all happening, some of the key factors from outflows on the ETFs to just what's going on in the stock market with tariffs, and how are we going to get out of this? How are we going to see a full-blown bull run? Obviously, Pump Fund took the alt season fund away from the first half of this bull run when we ran up to 110K on Bitcoin. But how can we prepare for the future whenever the real bull market does play out? Because I do think, just according to the 4-year cycle, late 2025 should be fruitful, and you should not be hitting the quit button at this point in the cycle. We're going to go over that in this video. So let's go ahead and jump into it, guys. Like the video down below and subscribe to the channel for more every day and every single week here on In the Game. Bullish, bearish, doesn't matter. We've got you covered. AI, gaming, meme coins, RWA, and more. And of course, a big shout out to our sponsors here on In the Game. We have FOMO Moon Tropica. We have Ledger. We also have our sponsors CRADLE Games, Medieval Empires, and more. And a big shout out to our trading partners, because right now, this is a trader's market, right? All of us holders were getting wrecked. So if you are savvy on the charts, if you want to make money when the market's going up or when the market's going down, if you are a bear and you want to bet against the market, you can go ahead and drop down below. Check out Blowfin, no KYC, easy in, easy withdrawals. This is what I use to trade the market every single day. And during times like this, it is advantageous to have a at least reliable trading partner to be able to go to, be able to potentially place a few shorts during these times to still make some money while everyone's portfolios and everyone's net worths are basically evaporating. And I say that laughingly, but it's not fun. I mean, I'm feeling it too. Look, everyone's crypto portfolio is down. And a few weeks ago, I pointed out a tweet from 𝗪𝗏𝗧𝗏𝗧 on this channel that, even the smartest hedge funds, VCs, influencers, doesn't matter. Project founders, everyone's down right now. Whether it's realized losses, whether it's unrealized losses, everyone's feeling the pain, and no one really saw this coming post-Trump election. I think the signs were definitely there after, the Trump coin and then Libra and just all the things throughout the cycle that just felt way too grifty. And all of a sudden, we could have probably foreseen that was going to be a local top in the market. But then on top of that, we have Trump coming into office, going through all these tariffs, which has then subsequently tanked all markets. So let's just go over what's happening right now, what's going to get us out of the weeds, and what's going to actually springboard us into a real bull market. And I'm going to also talk about why we really didn't see alt season. I think that's pretty simple, but let's just jump right into it, guys. Obviously, the real reason markets are crashing, the S&P have erased a total of $5.5 trillion of market cap. And if we go look at the total market cap of crypto, it's wiped out double our entire market cap of crypto. So that alone just shows you that we are in horrible conditions. This is not a crypto exclusive thing, okay? All markets are being tanked at the moment. There are some theories that Trump is doing this intentionally so he can get rates lower, and you're seeing bond prices versus stock prices right now. There's a lot of stuff going on for him to try to get rates lower. That is the broad consensus on what is going on here. And if rates actually got cut, that would be very bullish for crypto. And if there's any QE, some easing, we would actually see crypto do very, very well and most likely see the stock market rebound like crazy. But right now, if you look at this inflow chart here on Bitcoin, those ETFs had positive inflows for literally the first 8 to 12 months that we saw these ETFs, really start trading. And then heading in here to 2025, ever really since February 1st, we've seen nothing but outflows. Just outflows are dominating this chart. And it makes sense, guys. Even retail expert investors, the Warren Buffetts, whoever it is, okay? People have money in crypto. They have money in stocks. They don't like seeing that value go down. And that's why fear dominates these markets. People start selling in these times and they're liquidating portfolios. They're like, this Bitcoin thing's really risky. I just need to secure my rent payment for next month. Like most people, that's the bucket that you're going to fall in. So you're going to end up liquidating assets like this that are high risk during this time period. And contrary to the theories that Trump wants to lower rates, we see Larry Fink, CEO of BlackRock, saying that he thinks we're going to see some more inflation over the next 6 to 9 months. And then in the short term, guys, this is rocky. I really, and I tweeted this today. I'll just go over to my Twitter quickly because my thoughts on the markets haven't really changed long term. I do still believe that crypto is in a great spot long term, and we're not headed into a full-blown bear market, but I don't see short-term relief in the markets anytime soon. I just really don't. I do, however, think late 2025 will still be very fruitful for crypto markets. We just have to play the game, and right now, the game has most people clicking on the pause button and hovering over the quit button. And like I said, the short-term relief, it's rocky, and we see all the stuff coming. We have job openings today. We had CPI tomorrow, PPI report, jobless claims. There's just a lot of things that are going to springboard, potentially liquidate longs and shorts over the course of the next few days. But longer term, which is what we really all need to be focusing on, is, Texas lawmakers introduce a bill to buy up to $250 million in Bitcoin and crypto. We have Fidelity, which is filing to add staking to its Ethereum ETF. That is incredible. Like, they're actually adding a degen element that people want to potentially add more yield to their Ethereum ETF. That is super bullish. We see one of my favorites, obviously Avalanche, chilling back there by the pudgy penguin. We see Avalanche, which got its first Van Eck Avalanche ETF filing. This could indicate they could soon file for an Avalanche ETF for spot, which would be huge. And I talked about this a couple weeks ago heading into the crypto summit, or really last week before the big buy the rumor sell the news event that we also did call out here on the channel. We looked at Avalanche as the one that qualifies for everything. Like, they have ties to the U.S. White House. They've been to the U.S. White House. They've been discussed in policies, but they don't have an official ETF yet. So I do think Avalanche is a good fit here. And Van Eck, they have front ran a lot of things. Like, whenever nobody really thought ETFs would get approved, they were already filing, they were already getting these things ready. So this is a big thing for the future of Avalanche, future of Ethereum with staking, with Fidelity. That just gives retail a way to degen their Ethereum ETF holdings, which I think is fantastic. And just looking at the markets, look, really nothing is doing well. So if you're looking at your altcoin bags and you're like, man, this project really let me down. Is that the case, or just the market is terrible? I mean, the only things that are up a ton are projects. 17K market cap here. We have Nairo, which is a garbage meme coin project. B3, which has done pretty well, but they also are still during launch month. So B3 plus 54%. I think that could potentially change whenever we see more duration into the market. We see Sundog up 37%. Tron memes were a fad, and meme coins, really all of them except for a couple, in my opinion, you should just throw out of your long-term portfolio. But then going down, the actual ones that are good projects that have held up over the 30-day time period, we have Mantra Ohm, the best RWA project in crypto, still up 8% on the 30 days. We have Sonic, which used to be Phantom, which is up 6.3% on the 30-day timeline. But look, everything else is down, guys. And even like if you go look here around these areas, Solana's down 40%, Zentry's down 40%, Hyperliquid, which was like the golden child launch of the cycle so far, down 40%, which this thing was trading at $27. We just see so many large pullbacks across the market. Like, you can't blame yourself for the coins you've chosen. You can't blame anything. This is just the markets doing its thing. And this is where psychology becomes so important. You can either run right now, sell at the lows, get out, try to protect what you have, or you lock in for the long term. And I think we say this all the time, and it's feeling more like a lecture right now because we all need it during these markets. you know, we have to play for the whole cycle. You can't play for tomorrow, next week, next month, right? We're playing for the longevity of crypto, and I want to be in this for the long haul, and that's the way I've set up my portfolio. We did do an updated portfolio consolidation video, I think it was last week, where we talked about how we trimmed our AI holdings, meme coin holdings, gaming holdings. We went heavier up into Bitcoin. We went heavier into chains and L1s. I think over 55% of the portfolio was Bitcoin and L1s. So we really did some work on protecting the portfolio long term, but that's my long term stack, and I'm willing to sit on that. And there's great news coming across the board. I mean, with Prime, obviously Prime is lowest levels really since we bought in. We got in at $2.77 here on Prime, right around here. August of 2023, 277. This is the lowest we've been since October of 2023, before gaming really took off in those months. So obviously Echelon Prime is trading at a value proposition price. This is one that I would be willing to DCA. Obviously it's uncomfortable right now. Nobody knows when the bottom is, and nobody knows when the exact top is, right? But you can make calculated bets and look at the lows versus 2023 to now. I do think Prime is a decent DCA if you have liquidity and are willing to take a stab. Obviously, you have Parallel TCG, you have Colony, the AI game, you have Sanctuary, the first-person shooter, and then you have Wayfinder, which you can, by the way, farm right now. And I think that's the priority for me today. More than DCAing, look, everything's down. We can go through the list and look, Super Zentry, Wilder World, 𝗕𝗘𝗢𝗙, Altura, doesn't matter what the project is. They're all down. Beam, Ronin, IMX, whatever. But right now is the time to look at opportunities that maybe cost only your existing coins or cost low amounts of money or are free to farm. And those types of things, I'd be looking at Parallel for Wayfinder. You can just deposit into your Solana wallet and earn prompt. You can fund your Binance Smart Chain wallet and earn prompt. And then on top of that, you can go in and cash your Prime. If you have a Prime bag that you're willing to hold throughout the cycle, you can set your lock period and be able to farm that and earn the prompt token, which is the Wayfinder token. I think this is going to be one of the biggest AI launches of the cycle. And this really doesn't take much lift. Like, you can just jump in and do this. And as Jonah Blake says here, I do think AI crypto gaming will overall overtake just general crypto gaming. Like, I think gaming projects with AI integrations are going to be king by the end of this cycle. We see My Pet Hooligan, who by the way is partnered with Palantir and Nvidia. They're coming out with a this kind of looks like, I don't know, this kind of looks like Xbox rings to me. That's just what I'm seeing here. And then this last weekend, they had 15,000 viewers on Twitch. So gaming is actually flourishing right now. We see On-Chain Heroes getting a lot of attention. Off the Grid's coming out with lots of updates. There was a big event, $250,000 tournament just last weekend. Immutable Foundation with 200 million USD in cash and equivalents. So the big entities aren't going anywhere. This is why I've been saying to invest in the high-level infrastructures. IMX, Ronin, Prime, Beam, whatever the case is. I want chains and I want studios because those are going to be here long term. Those individual game bets are just really hard to bet on. We see Raven Quest, which is an MMORPG, going live on March 14th. We have Rumble Kong League launching their token today. I haven't seen the chart yet, so I'll need to dive into that, but very bullish on Rumble Kong League, partnered up with Gatorade, Slam Magazine, Paul George, Steph Curry. So this is on Ronin as well. I think the Ronin network has been really supporting this, so good to see. We did see the Wolves DAO token launch. This is up to $7 million FDV. If I was also taking a stab at any of the recent Avalanche launches, this would be it. It launched pretty high, has consolidated here down to 7 mil. I would definitely be looking at this if you have capital on AVAX. This would be the only one that I would be willing to DCA at this point in time. And then another opportunity, look, deposit some money into Abstract, guys. If you have some ETH is under 2K, go use it on Abstract, earn XP. I do think the Abstract airdrop will eventually be very, very lucrative for those that participate. You can play On-Chain Heroes. You also have Chrono Forge coming up, Cambria coming up. Sugartown moved over to Abstract Chain. I'm not too bullish on Sugartown. But I do think if you're not just at least trading coins over on Abstract and earning your XP, participating in streams, you can even stream yourself and earn XP. But there's a lot of opportunities in the market, guys. And today I'm not going to sit here and say DCA this. It's a hard market, okay? I'm sitting in my bags at my entry prices. I have no problem waiting long term for whenever a gaming run happens, AI comes back, RWA continues to reign supreme, top chains have their run, and of course, when Bitcoin recovers, and all these bullish catalysts. And yes, despite everything that's happened in the market, it is bullish what's happening right now. Between the strategic reserve, all the things that the Trump administration is emphasizing for crypto, Ethereum ETF staking, we have Texas $250 million Bitcoin accumulation bill. Like, there's a lot going on in the markets to be long-term bullish, but in the short term, I'm sitting on my hands, and that's what you should probably be doing for 99% of people. But as mentioned at the beginning of the show, if you're a savvy trader, definitely check out Blowfin down below in the description. Longs, shorts, it has you covered for any market climate, and you can make your predictions there. We're going to call them predictions because that's what it is at this point in time. Like, if you did the buy the rumor, sell the news trade on the strategic reserve event, that was a print of a trade as it went from like 90K down to as low as 79K so far. So rocky market climate at this point in time. It's pretty frustrating for me, and I know it's frustrating for you, anyone who's just in crypto in general. Pump Fund took the fun away from alt season, but I think that Pump Fund, the grift has been very much exposed in a way that Pump Fund was very bad for the space. Meme coins were terrible for the space. And yes, while I invested in some of them, just looking back at what Pump Fund derailed the cycle, it was pretty severe because it took away any altcoin liquidity that we potentially had just so people could deposit into the casino and hope for a 1000x runner every single day. So hopefully this next time around, we focus on altcoins, we focus on utility coins, niches and narratives that have bright futures, and of course that we see Bitcoin, all of these bullish catalysts come together and actually send us into a real bull market at the end of 2025. So guys, like the video down below in the description as well. Check out all of our sponsors there. And I mean, like I said, this is a hard market. The one thing I can say at the end of every one of these shows, and I just hope you stick with us throughout the cycle, is like, subscribe, play well, my friends, and of course, in these times, please stay bullish, my friends. See the long-term vision. We are going to make it out of this, but it is going to be rocky in the short term. I'll see y'all on the next one. Peace.